guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the all-new 2025 Toyota Corolla XSE Hatchback.
And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Corolla has been a series of compact cars sold by Toyota since 1966. The 12th generation Corolla that you see here is released in 2019, facelifted for 2023, and for 2025 the Corolla is available either as a sedan or a hatchback that we have here. Available either with a peppy 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, which cranks out a surprisingly strong 169 horsepower, or a really efficient 134 horsepower hybrid setup, which uses Toyota's 1.8-liter 4-cylinder. The 2025 Corolla hatchback is available in 3 trim levels, ranging from the $23,000 SE up to the $27,000 XSE that we have here. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So it's raining decently right now, so we'll try to hurry up this outside portion of the review. But it's very clean styling, basically the same thing carried over since 2023. We get the LED projectors up top, LED daytime running light, black headlight housing, black grille, no forward-facing camera at a sub $30,000 base price point. Definitely wouldn't be expected. Does look like we have front parking sensors though in each corner of the grille. That's an appreciated touch. LED fog lights with some aluminum trim outside of it. We can take a step to the side, check out the wheel and tire setup. The XSE gets these gunmetal gray, dark gunmetal gray, 18-inch rims wrapped in Yokohama Avid GT all-season tires. They're a pretty low-profile setup. The dimensions are 225/40 R18. So although they look low-profile, the 40 series sidewall should be thick enough to keep this ride quality very plush. My experience taking this vehicle to this location, running over a couple speed bumps, the ride quality was actually surprisingly plush. We get an LED turn signal on the body color mirror. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass, all black trim for the window, trim smart access for the driver and a front passenger. Pretty aggressive rocker panel side skirt area and subtle hips in the rear end, making this hatchback here for the Corolla look pretty similar to the GR Corolla. Of course, the GR Corolla is styled a lot more aggressively, but you can still definitely see some styling hints here with the regular hatchback. The gas cap is not pushed to open. I'll show you the latch is inside. You can throw 87 octane fuel here for the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Same rear wheel and tire setup, the only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The taillights are full LED for the turn signal, brake light, and the reverse light, LED third brake light up top too. Shout out Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. Corolla badge, shiny chrome in the left corner, red XSE on the right, backup camera underneath the Toyota logo, and you can check out the exhaust tip in the lower right corner. Speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up the surprisingly peppy 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder sold by Toyota for the 2025 Corolla. And it sounds pretty good, cranking out a very healthy amount of power at 169 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque. Made it to a CVT transmission, but here for the XSE, it is sport-tuned with paddle shifters. This power plant used to be available with a 6-speed manual transmission. We reviewed it on this channel for 2022, and that was a sweet car. I really wish they brought back the 6-speed manual, but for them to do that, people would have to actually start buying them. Anyway, what you see is basically what we get with the CVT. You can expect 0 to 60 in the low 8-second range. Doesn't sound really quick, but it's half a second to a full second quicker than the new Civic, this vehicle's direct competitor. We can shut this hood right down, no hydraulic struts. Had to use my arm as the prop rod, but let's take a step inside and see what we get with the top of the line 2025 Corolla hatchback. So we get soft touch materials all throughout the front portion. Small smudge over here from the previous person driving it, but I'll try to wipe it off as much as I can. Hopefully you can pick up the super clean looking interior, at least while it is actually clean. That's a downside with the white interior. You are going to notice some stains a little bit quicker. We get a gushy soft leather armrest, 4-window auto one touch, lock and unlock, 4-window or 4-way adjustable windows, mirrors, I'm sorry guys, aluminum door handle, and we get the JBL sound system here. This is only about 4,000 bucks above the base hatchback, and we have a lot of really useful options and features. The seats are leatherette contrasted, cloth inserted for the bottom and the back portion, so the areas where you're actually going to want the soft materials, you get the soft materials, and the areas where you want the supportive materials, you get that as well. They're fully power adjustable with two-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So again, this is a really premium looking interior. Compared to the GR Corollas we reviewed in this channel, this is a noticeable step above, at least for luxury. Performance wise, definitely not going to be quite the same, but it will perform a lot better than the hybrid version of this vehicle with 0 to 60 over half a second quicker. Pretty thick steering wheel, solid 10 and 2, 9 and 3 fits perfect in your hands. It's not a flat bottom. We get the aluminum frame for it. On the left side, we get our infotainment adjustments. We can adjust between adaptive cruise mode, compass, songs currently playing, drive info, trip A, trip B, and our tire pressure monitoring, lane departure alert system, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, rear cross traffic alert. All of that can be turned on or off. Messages, fuel economy, and our eco indicator. My personal favorite screen to look at all times would be the eco indicator to see how my driving is when it comes to an economical perspective. Anyway, you can go back, hang up and answer your phone calls, volume adjustments, voice commands on the right side, lane keep assist, and our radar cruise control adjustments. You can skip your songs, AM, FM, and Sirius. You mentioned the Sport Tune CVT here. It includes paddle shifters, auto headlamps, fog lights, no auto rain sensing wipers, tilt and telescoping steering wheel, auto high beams, interior brightness, bunch of blank switches, but we still get the buttons over here on the side. The white trim continues for the driver's side, but it's hard plastic, but stitched for the passenger side. Beneath, we also have our hood latch release. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals, their gas cap release in the lower left corner. We get leather stitching for the top part of the dashboard with soft touch above the digital gauge display. We also get our fuel level on the right side of the digital gauge display with the coolant temperature on the left side. The touchscreen, we can check it out. It is the 8-inch Toyota Audio Multimedia display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unfortunately, I got to put all my information in if I was going to show you guys the navigation, which is a great system, but we're pretty much limited here because I don't want to put my information in for the potential owner of this vehicle so it feels as new and as theirs as possible. But we get a great navigation system, we get our music, phone information, vehicle settings, and overall settings. The vehicle settings include trip information and vehicle alerts. Our overall settings, you guys can pause, take a look at all of these. My favorite feature so far in this vehicle is the JBL sound system. That and the upgraded leather stitch seats and just a really premium overall looking interior. We can return back to our previous screen. My personal favorite would be the song that's currently playing if one was playing. Everything here is outlined in piano black trim, hazards in between the air vents, dual zone automatic climate control, also appreciated features, wireless phone charging pad, and heated front seats. More stitching surrounding the gear selector, just hard plastic for where your knee will often hit. The gear selector controls the CVT. The backup camera gives you pretty solid resolution, guidance lines, but no trajectory. We also get manual shift controls on the gear selector to downshift and to upshift. Throwing right back into park, we return back to the previous screen. Drive mode selector, or drive modes include Eco, Sport, and Normal. We'll start off in Normal, try out Sport, try out Eco, and just see what the differences are. Electronic parking brake with auto hold, 2 cup holders. You'll fit a big gulp with a 24-ounce water bottle behind it. Armrest is gushy soft with white contrast stitching. The overall space is decent. You'll fit 4, 5, 12-ounce cans, USB-C port, and an additional 12 volt. The glove box is damped, large. You're fitting 30 plus license plates, easily fitting 2 pairs of shoes, USB-C port to the left of it. More stitching, as you mentioned, stitching for the actual top part of the dashboard. We don't get an auto dimming rear view mirror, but you can dim it with that flappy thing. The interior lights are LED, door lights as well, SOS. Visor, it does not extend, but you get this extender as part of it. But that's about it for the front seat of this 2025 Corolla XSE Hatchback. Let's take a quick look at the window sticker, see all the standard features I may have missed. You can pause, take a look. Options 2, you can pause, take a look. Relatively base, We have about 1,300 or 1,400 bucks in total options, 1,135 for the destination and processing fee, totaling us out a tick under 30,000 bucks before any dealer added accessories. So very good value, especially when we consider how well this thing can drive. The horn too, we didn't mention, not very loud or aggressive, but hopefully people will get out of your way. Not the thickest pane of glass either. We'll see how the wind noise is when we take it out for a drive. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat of the 2025 Corolla hatchback. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the material. So just hard plastic, but we still get the gushy soft armrest, auto one touch window, aluminum door handle, and a cup holder. The seats are still that leatherette outline trim with hard plastic for the actual frame of it. The legroom is not as impressive as a sedan by any means. At a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings. The headroom is a little bit tighter, at least for the stepping in function. And the knee room, my knees are just about starting to touch. So if I was 6'2", 6'3", I may not be the most comfortable behind my seat settings, but I can sit behind the passenger. It'll compromise a little bit of space. Headroom, I have about 1.5 inches. So again, anything under 6'2", you should be fine. Anything over 6'2", you'll probably wish you went with a sedan if you're gonna be sitting in the back seat. We have map pockets behind both of the front seats, USB-C ports. Unfortunately, no air vents, at least nothing that blows directly into your face. There is something going on underneath the front seats. The interior lights back here are LED. We can jab our hand into this leatherette armrest, and it's pretty soft. You'll fit 2 24-ounce bottles. We get hooks as part of both of the grab handles for the back seat. That's about it for the back seat. Let's hop out in the cargo space. Yeah, a little bit on the tighter side when it comes to back seat space compared to the sedan. Underneath this trunklet is our button with hydraulic struts to open up the cargo space, and it's a very high floor. I'll leave a link right here to show you how much space is back here with the second row up and with the second row down. The wheel wells don't protrude too badly, so I would expect you to fit a 65, 70-inch TV back here. Secret storage, let's see what we got going on underneath. Just our spare tire. You can fit some secret stuff outside of it with our jack right next to it. I like the cutouts for grocery bags. That's convenient, so they're not just flying all around. And you can remove this cover to have a little bit more height in the back seat. The cover is really just for people that are walking behind your Corolla hatchback to not see what's going on inside. That's about it though, guys. Very spacious. The floor is a little bit high, so it compromises a little bit of your cargo. I do think the sedan has a larger floor for the back seat, but it doesn't have nearly as wide of wheel wells. So when it comes to like shoving TVs through the second row, this is definitely superior. And when it comes to overall height, driver position, it does feel a little bit closer to an SUV. We can shut this hatch right down, take a step back, walk around this 2025 Toyota Corolla Hatchback XSE. And it's a cool little vehicle, under 30,000 bucks. It's loaded with features, upgraded sound system, upgraded seats, expensive feeling materials everywhere you touch, at least in the front seat. And it's a very good performer with this peppy, near 170 horsepower, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. And speaking of peppy, let's take this 2025 Corolla Hatchback XSE out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2025 Toyota Corolla XSE hatchback. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, the ride quality is really good, considering it's a pretty small, compact hatchback. You ride over the speed bumps, really don't feel much. Throttle response, it's okay down low. The CVT doesn't necessarily help with the longer first gear. Over the bumps, it rides over fantastically, and it is quiet. I can only imagine what the lower trims with the beefier tires would feel like, because here with the 40 series sidewalls, it still feels very good. Normal mode, the steering also feels solid, sharp, direct, on center. Try it out about half throttle. Yeah, this is a strong 4-cylinder power plant. We reviewed a 2022 with the 6-speed manual. That was definitely my favorite Corolla outside of the new GR Corolla, but for a regular Corolla, that 6-speed manual is a cool, fun car made with this 2-liter 4-cylinder. But even with the Sport Tune CVT, it still feels pretty good. Let's try it out in sport. Try out these paddles on the gas, third gear, responsive. Doesn't blow you away, but with the naturally aspirated power plant, as soon as you lean into it, there is power delivered. We'll open her up a little bit more once we get out onto the highway. The CVT allows you to hold the revs. So if you want to rip it through some back roads, this transmission is not just going to be shifting you the entire time. Try downshift, you get rev matches. Steering feels a lot heavier in sport. On the gas, it feels like an automatic transmission when shifting through. They did a good job tuning it. Brakes feel good. Let these guys go and try to open her up one more time. On the gas. Feels solid. That's a little bit more than half throttle. In sport mode, it definitely holds the revs a lot longer than needed. In eco mode, it'll do the opposite. It's going to shift you into overdrive as quickly as possible. But at highway speed, if you don't use a turn signal, the lane keep assist system will throw you right back where you were. So use your turn signals or be ready for the steering wheel to yank you. On concrete pavement and the skinnier tires, the Yokohamas, you're definitely hearing a little bit of road noise and the wind noise with the skinnier single pane windows. You definitely hear it. Eco mode, throttle's more numb, but this is less than half throttle and we're passing on the highway with no problem. Ride quality is excellent. Eco mode steering feels about the same as in normal mode. Sport mode, I really like the steering feel, but the transmission tuning for daily driving is a little bit overly sensitive. You're not going to get your 33 combined MPGs in sport. Eco mode, you absolutely will. Looking down, you're going a lot faster than you think you are because, as we said, the ride quality here, it's really good. Overall, if you're looking for a premium feeling compact vehicle that's loaded with features and reliable with a naturally aspirated 2-liter power plant, this gives you everything you could possibly want or need. After destination under 30,000 bucks, you get a lot for the money. You take a step out here, brakes feel good. Body rolls limited. In eco mode, light throttle, good torque at around 2,000 RPM. This is a solid power plant. For a 4-cylinder, obviously you're not going to be blown away with the vehicle's speed, but it's peppy, comparable to the Mazda 3 we just reviewed in this channel, the hatchback with the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, which makes more power on paper, but when you're driving both vehicles back to back, they feel basically identical. Whatever you get the better deal on, that's the one I would recommend checking out. And just overall, I would recommend checking this car out if you're looking for a vehicle around the $30,000 to $35,000 price point that feels premium, is good on gas, loaded with features, and you can count on it for 5-10 years to be top-notch reliable. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2025 Toyota Corolla Hatchback and this top-of-the-line XSE at only 4,000 bucks above the base. I would recommend checking out this loaded trim level. And a big thanks to T and the rest of the management and staff here at Toyota of Tampa Bay for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for T. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.